Target is unreachable. Turn it up. I really don't want to drive this thing down there. We got rid of our load loader, didn't we? Damn it. I mean, we could take the ferry. Is it too wide? Is that the problem? This is going to be a slow trip to send this guy. Let's get him onto the road down here and see if we can send him down on a worker. Hey guys, welcome back to AF Farms for another episode of Riverbend Springs on Farming Simulator 25. So just carrying on from last episode, we're carrying on with our plantation farm for the trees on field 68. So what we're doing is we just zoom in here and have a look. We're setting up a bit of a tree farm in preparation for when we purchase the sawmill, which is just adjacent to this area here. And we're probably going to purchase some other surrounding fields and do a similar thing in regards to planting trees. So that is carrying on nicely. Just checking the productions quickly. So we need some planks long delivered up to the wagon builder and the playground maker. We also need cotton to top up our rope maker and spinnery. Animals, we are getting a bit low on feed, so we need to go top those guys up. So what we'll do is we will jump into this guy. We'll go and load some hay bales into the feed trigger, and then we'll come back in. So I'll throw a time lapse on while I do this. Sit back, relax, enjoy the tunes. I'll see you in a few minutes.
A new place, a new home, for a while, let me feel alive. Nothing to hold me back, take my time, just enjoy the ride.
Right, that'll do it for now, so that'll hold the cows for a little bit. So let's just check on how many bales we've got of hay. We should have a fair few. Okay, we've got 34 in stock, so that's plenty. Right, let's check in on our worker. So he's got a couple more headlands to go. So I think what we'll do now is we'll sleep through till, I think we're working towards getting into potentially October to get this cotton harvest underway. So let's go ahead and sleep, and we will come back in if I can get to my... We did have a bit of a vehicle clean out as well. So I got rid of all the leased equipment. So the Kubota Sidekick, that's the one we want. Yeah, so cleaned up the leased equipment to reduce our leasing costs. So we pretty much have no leases at the moment, so very handy. Okay, nothing of use there. Animals, so we are getting our capacity, so we're getting our numbers up, which I'm kind of happy about. So now I think eventually what we're going to do is we're going to split up the breeding cows and the dairy cows. So we'll basically just have cows for milk production and cows for breeding for profit. Slurry is depleted a little bit. That's because what do? We use the slurry on field 10. All right, let's go check out field 68. Okay, how's our worker going? Okay, probably got maybe one or two headlands. I try to put these bigger tractor tires on to fix up the spacing. I don't really think it did anything. Although it appears to be spacing them this time, but maybe it's just how things have lined up. Anyway, I don't think there's much in that. Productions, so the sawmill is... Oh, we've got some planks long. Okay, so what we probably need to do is, or what we can do, is shift some of this material into storage and then free up some planks long, because I think currently we don't have any planks long in here. So if I have a look at our inventory, yeah, no, we don't. So we want to keep our playground, make a haul, churning out products, because it's 150 grand every 2 months. So it's very much worthwhile. So what I'll do is I'll continue the time lapse. We'll push these pallets in, and then we'll come back in once these guys are moved. So I'll see you in a few minutes. Enjoy the tunes.
Get me up, somewhere new, somewhere I can find myself. Oh, I feel so alive. As I reach out to the sky.
Alright, what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to go into the production and turn off production of, let's go prefab walls. I'm going to turn that off, so let's deactivate. And we're going to turn off wood beams. So basically what that will do is, okay, so they're activated. It's just going to produce planks and planks long. So all of any of our inputs that we put in, that's what's going to focus on, because we've got a ton of prefab walls. So let's have a quick look at what we got. So 24 pallets of wood chips, 17 pallets of planks, 27 of wood chips. So we got double the wood chips, 33 planks, 18 prefab walls, 10 prefab walls, planks long 9, wood beam 39, wood beam 2. I don't know why they're coming in different quantities. You know what I mean? So, and then obviously we've got the little biomass heating plant station next to the timber mill there. So we're going to utilise that in January to sell the wood chips. Wow, that was an absolute disaster. Okay, let's try that again. But we've still got a few planks long to get out, so what I'll do is I'll continue the time lapse. Hopefully we can get fully loaded, and then we'll come back in. So enjoy the tune, see you in a couple minutes.
I was in the dark against it all, but made it through the day, cause I found my way. I found my way. In bad times, I know I'll be okay, cause I found my way.
Alright, that's done for the moment. Ooh, lodge poles. Let's go have a look at those. Haven't been up this way for a little bit, so this is obviously the first big growth state we've gotten. It's actually quite dense. So I think we've got about 40 trees in here. So that's going to feed the sawmill quite comfortably. Nice, happy about that. Right, let's just check in on Playground Hall Maker is requiring planks long. So let's get some planks long loaded, and we'll head up to the Playground Hall so we can keep our finances ticking over. Actually, I want to check the price of wood chips. If it is, I'm pretty sure it's January. Of course, I've got to scroll all the way down to the bottom, so I'll do this quickly and then we'll come back in. Okay, so yeah, definitely January for best price. So I'll make a mental note of that. Okay, let's grab these planks long and we'll load them up and we'll take them down to the Playground Hall Maker. So I'll continue the time lapse. See you in a few minutes. Enjoy the tunes.
'Cause I found my way. Dark against it all, but made it through the day, 'cause I found my way. I found my way. In bad times, I know I'll be okay, 'cause I found my way. 'Cause I found my way.
Alright, reasonably well loaded. Let's get that strapped down. Let's head down to the Playground Maker Hall. So let's continue the time lapse. I'll see you over there. Alright, here we are, my favourite part, trying to get this trailer parked and unloaded successfully. So let's see if we can't swing it around. Okay, that's got most of it. Now, one thing I am potentially going to do sooner rather than later. Has that consumed all that? Oh, okay. Interesting. Oh, I only needed 10 pallets, of course. I've taken in too many extras. Alright, this guy over here was... Where's our tree planter? This guy. So actually, let's walk the field, because I think they were doubling up some of the density. So it's going to be a pretty dense forestry area, which I'm a bit concerned about. But it is what it is. We'll have to deal with it when the time comes. Alright, let's have a look at some adjacent land that we can purchase. This field here, I'm thinking, what's actually in it? Let's see if we can go and have a quick field walk, if we can get through these bushes. So it's got a crop of green beans. What's over in field 70? Crop of sunflowers. Then we've got a crop over there. Yeah, so I think what we'll do is we will wait for this field to populate, and then we'll come back in once, well, we'll start harvesting it. But obviously these guys over here, I don't know if they're about, maybe they're halfway grown or quarter grown, but that's going to be a fair bit of timber, which is good. All right, so we are all good to move ahead, I think. So let's jump into this guy. Double check use vehicles, planks long. We're all good there. Wagon builder is looking okay for the moment. Let's just check where we're up to. Yep, not quite ready for a wagon yet. Probably quite soon. And crop calendar. Still pushing towards October. Alright, let's go ahead and sleep. Alright, so we're into August. What do we got? Another 8R tractor. Getting a bit of a run of 8Rs at the moment. I don't think we need another one at this point. What do we got? 2 class pickups. What are the odds? Alright, let's check in on the sawmill. Make sure we are... Yeah, so we pretty much... We're in need of materials there, which is fine. Lodge poles, have they grown up a little bit more? Let's have a look. I think they're still about the same height, to be honest. They look pretty much the same. Cows, okay, yep, they're fully fed. Pretty much, let's just go into September. So I'd imagine in September we'll get a playground maker wholesale. So that'll be another 150 grand. Good reliable income. All right, what do we got? Used vehicles. So the Keeler 2 roper, so that's a potato harvester. Got a low loader and what looks to be a forage wagon and a bio baler for poplar, which neither of those things we require at the moment. Cows are still good. Cotton is nearly ready to harvest, so let's check on the growth map. So we're going to have pretty much everything to harvest, I think, next month or thereabouts. Let's have a look at the lodge poles quickly. So they still might be the same, to be honest. Used vehicles, yep. Alright, let's push into October. Oh, we must have got a wagon sale. So we're sitting on 800,000. Let's check our finances. Sold products, 316,500. What did we sell what did we sell in August? Oh, unless we had a wagon and a playground maker wholesale. Either way, that's a good bump in cash flow. Right, let's move into October. Alright, October, 16,000 property income. Nothing of interest in the used vehicles. Let's check the cotton. Still going to need one more month. Okay, just check everything. So it's, yep, all our owned fields. So 87. Yeah, we've still got one more month to go. Lodge poles, still the same. We've probably got a growth state on our lodge poles down at the bottom of the farm as well, near the sawmill. So I don't see us needing to run 2 sawmills. Potentially we could. Okay, biomass heating plant, great demand. Okay, let's have a look at the prices. Biomass heating plant, that's the one we own. Okay, 1698, so that's actually quite high. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to offload those wood chips. Can we get these into the sell point? I need a bit of a shorter wheelbase truck. Ooh, 92,000 too. That was good. Alright, we need to get our cotton harvesters underway, so let's grab this guy. He can get stuck into field, or I'm just calling it this field. It hasn't got a particular name. Okay, that was handy to knock over the plough, but anyway. Now this is the first harvest on this field, so I'm expecting lowish yield. Let's have a look. 65% yield bonus. Okay, we should get a pretty good run of cotton out of that. There's a lot of material there, so I feel this is going to be a busy month. Alright, let's just see if we can detect the field. So let's go reset. Yes. Okay. Hire the worker for that one. And I'm thinking that we send this guy. So it's in transport mode. Let's go. Yeah, it's in transport mode. So let's send him down to the lower farm. Okay, set destination. Go down to field 80. Cool. Target's unreachable. Of course it is. Alright, let's get this guy onto the road first. That might help. And the next job is going to be sell those. Alright, here we go. Let's try this again. Cotton harvester. Set destination. Down on the road. Just there. Okay, hopefully they can make it work. Target is unreachable. Turn it up. I really don't want to drive this thing down there. We got rid of our low loader, didn't we? Damn it. I mean, we could take the ferry. Is it too wide? Is that the problem? This is going to be a slow trip to send this guy. Let's get him onto the road down here and see if we can send him down on a worker. This guy's definitely folded, isn't it? Reset bale cannon, change speed. Lower harvester, unfold harvester. Yeah, this is definitely transport mode. Alright, let's try this again. Okay, set destination. How about if we try the intersection? Let's go center of the intersection. Okay, is that driving to target? It'll be the traffic that's the problem. Alright, what I'm going to do is I'm going to drive this guy down there and then we'll come back in. So I'll throw a time lapse on while I do this. It's going to be a long trip, but hopefully it's worth it. So I'll see you over there. Enjoy the tunes.
A new home for a while, let me feel alive. Nothing to hold me back. Take my time, just enjoy the ride. I know man, passing by. Life is good, best I've ever felt.
Right, let's check out the field yield. So 80% yield bonus, pretty substantial harvest coming up. So if we just get into there, check out the field. No field detected. Okay, what about now? Okay, so it's detected our custom field. Okay, so reset. Okay, all right, hopefully that'll figure it out. All right, let's go ahead and load up these wood chips into this guy here. So this is the biomass heating plant. So it's one of the small productions you can place. Now, I think what we should do as well is we should consider planting field 69. Okay, so we've got green beans in there that have been harvested. Needs ploughing. What I'm going to do is probably need to subsoil that. So let's go and buy it, because that is going to be a field that we use for forestry, close to the sawmill. And it's only 179,000, so let's buy that. Okay, now where's our subsoiler? Got a feeling potentially is down here. It's a Kins Blue Drive. Do we have it still? Let's check the vehicle menu. Actually, what I'll do is I'll save it while I'm here, because I've got autosave turned off. Okay, so we want vehicles, and we've got a subsoiler somewhere. I'm pretty sure, unless I was leasing it. Now, I'm not talking about the lizard subsoiler because I don't necessarily want a cultivated state. Maybe I can just use a regular cultivator. Let's have a look. So it's a shallow cultivator, 7.5 meters, 50 grand. Because I just want to get rid of the crop that's in position. I mean, this might be perfect for it, to be fair. Okay, let's just grab that. All right, we need a tractor. Let's grab this guy. All right, let's whip down to the shop, get this cultivator, and then we'll head down to that green bean field, get that cultivated in preparation for planting some more plantation trees, and then we'll come back in. So sit back, relax, enjoy the tunes. I'll see you in a few minutes.
Oh, I feel so alive. As I reach out to the sky. I found my way.
Oh, let's just take a moment to admire that sunrise in the fog. This is PS5 gameplay, so it's not super amazing graphics, but still looks pretty good. What crop's here in the field 77? This looks interesting. Parsnips. Okay. Field 77's a nice field. Just holding up traffic. Chill out, bro. You'll be right. Alright, so we want to get this cultivated so we can get some trees planted. Okay, let's see what our worker's going to do here. Okay. That's fine. Alright, we need to get these wood chips moved and sold. So we're going to sell all of them. So I think we've got like, I don't know, maybe 40? So that'd be about, probably, what are they, 1600 a piece. Let's have a look what we got. Wood chips. Wow, we've got a ton of wood chips. Alright, what I'm going to do is I'm going to throw a time lapse on while we get these guys pushed into the sell point, which is just here, and then we'll come back in. So enjoy the tunes, see you in a few minutes.
'Cause I found my way. Dark against it all, but made it through the day. 'Cause I found my way. I found my way. In bad times, I know I'll be okay. 'Cause I found my way. 'Cause I found my way. 'Cause I found my way.
That's pretty much all the wood chips that we've got in stock. So Not a bad little way to make some money. If we just check our finances quickly. So that is sold products. Where are we? 115,000. I mean, not a huge amount, but something at the end of the day. All right, cotton harvests going alright. Let's check in on this guy. So he's done a headland. Have they dropped a bale yet? Don't think so. This is going to take a little while for sure. Okay, our cultivator is just about done. So let's grab our tree planting tractor. So this guy. We'll get him prepared and ready to start planting in a second. Then what I want to do is just, while we're here, let's have a quick look at the sawmill. So this is the sawmill clearly. So I'm thinking this is where we're going to get some pallets of product to spawn here and here. Possibly in here as well. Possibly in here. Don't know where the wood chips would go. Where would the wood chips come out? Okay, that's where the logs go in. There'll have to be a wood chip storage area somewhere. Unless the wood chips come out on pallets, that would suck. There's a building just here, so I wonder if that's anything. Could be the wood chips, maybe not. Anyway, so I think we'll purchase that at some point. See what it's all about. Okay, these guys are going to be running for a long time. Where's this guy? Alright, let's get this guy in position on field 69 in preparation for planting these pines. And then I guess we're just going to have to make a decision whether or not we pull the trigger on maybe 2 of these fields. I think if we start with 3, that'd be fine. And just sort of see how we go. So what's that? What's this building? Oil de Oro. Ah, that's the oil mill. Down this way. Okay, interesting. Alright, let's just do a quick head count of what we're up to. So we underway with our cotton harvest. So we've got pretty substantial cotton harvest to get underway. How many fields have we got? I think we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 fields of cotton. So this will be our biggest cotton harvest yet. We need to get some wood for the sawmill, so that's something we'll potentially do. We're cultivating field 69 in preparation for planting some trees. Now you don't need to do this, I'm just doing cultivated ground because it's flat, easy to work with, easy to drive on, rather than being ploughed. It just makes planting and grinding stumps down the track a little bit easier. We've planted field 68 with trees, so they'll take some time to grow, but once we're up and running, we should have a good steady supply of wood. And that's pretty much it for now. Playground maker hall, let's just check on the productions. So we need to get to a run of planks up to the playground maker hall. Wagon builder needs some planks long. Spinner is doing okay. Alright, yeah, so we've got a few things to do. Alright guys, what we'll do is leave that video here. Thanks very much for watching, really appreciate it. Let me know how you're enjoying the series down below, and let me know how you're enjoying Farming Simulator 25, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.